I made a Notion dashboard for all of my personal development plans for 2023, and if you're looking up Notion dashboards, then you're the same brand of crazy as me, so I'm going to show it to you, and I'm so excited! So, first of all, number one, this clock. So I spent the entire week between Christmas and New Year's making a personal development plan in Notion for 2023 so that I have like a daily page and a weekly page and a monthly page, and I have goal trackers, and I've got my mood board here. I've got all my goals laid out with everything that needs to happen this year for me to reach them by the end of the year. I've got like pages for my finances and my novel, and I've got inventories because I'm about to move, and when I get an apartment I can like keep track of stuff that I already own so I don't go and buy 6 mascaras. So I'm gonna walk you through the whole thing in this video, and hopefully this will give you some ideas on like things you can add to your Notion plan. First of all, let's start up here with the quick links. So for my quick link section, I just used the header text content block in Notion, and then put emojis in here, and then hyperlinked those emojis to certain pages. So I have these quick little icons that I can click to go to certain pages. But to give you an overview of like the home page, I've got my mood board here. I've got the Cliffs of Moher because me and my dad are going to Ireland. I've got what my body's going to look like at the end of 2023. I've got the main character of my novel in here. That's me vibing on the side of a mountain next to an alpine lake. I've got some journaling, got some mountains. I've got the dog that I'm eventually going to get and named Tortellini. But yes, I have my mood board here just to kind of like keep a visual documentation of what I hope my life looks like or gets closer to looking like by the end of 2023. Then under this amazing clock, I have my goals for the year. So I have 5 separate goals for the year: finishing my novel, running the turkey trot because we are a turkey trot family, and I've walked it the last couple years and I want to run again, so I'm going to do that this year. Working on YouTube, so I'm still working on that right now. Read 40 books, and then get 6 short stories published through the year as well. I have a page here that I'm not going to walk you through because I'm moving back to Seattle in a couple of weeks, and this is literally just a to-do list of like, pack this, move this there, close this, do that. So I will not walk you through that, but that is where it is so that I can quickly find it and tap on it as I'm getting ready to move here. But I have pages prepped for the first 3 months of the year, and I'll take you through those later to go into like the weekly and daily pages. But then I have a book tracker to the right here. This is just an example. I read Sorrow and Bliss at the end of last year, but I have a place where it shows my rating of the book. When you put an image in there, I'll put like the real cover of the book. This isn't the real cover, this is just a random image. And then I also have this little number spot so that I can keep track of like how many books I have read throughout the year. At the bottom, I've got my important dates calendar, which is not up to date because I now need to put in like my flight to Seattle and some work travel and stuff. But you can see I had my road test on the 4th and I passed. So I'm a licensed driver. I have to carry a lot of papers because I don't have my actual driver's license yet, but I got it. It's coming in the mail. And then to go back up to the left with all these other pages, we will start by going into my 2023 goal breakdown page. So this is just where I'm kind of tracking what needs to be done every month this year in order to reach the goal by the end of the year, and then I have a link out to the important pages that are associated with that goal. Then I have a finances page where I can just keep track of like my overall finances at the top. I have a space for me to put out like when my next paycheck is. And then I have this database where I'm keeping track of all of my like income and expenses, so I can write out like what it is, the month that it happened, what category it is, the date that the expense or income happened, and then whether or not it's like a monthly or yearly cost if it is recurring. And then I also have a bill calendar here, so I can just keep track of like what bills are coming up, and then I also have like a little check mark to see like, oh, I should cancel that before it hits my account next. Then I have a 2023 learning page, and so this is just where I'm keeping track of all of the online classes that I have either already signed up for or would like to sign up for, and I'm just including a tag for the platform, a little status bar, and then I have a link to each course. And then I have one page for each class where I can take some notes. Then I have my content calendar, which Hannah blocked this out here because this is hot stuff. This is just where I'm keeping track of all of my YouTube videos and when I want them to go live, and each of them opens up into a page where I'm putting in outline and notes and stuff like that as well. I also have a whole dashboard for my novel. So on the right I have the mood board for the novel. I've got my Spotify playlist, so it's all in one place when I'm ready to start working on it. Each character has their own page, so I've got my main character here. Come on. Okay. So I've got my main character here. She's got her own mood board, and then I've just got some like important notes and things on each page for each of the characters. I have a page here where I can go in and I can actually write the draft of the novel, and then I also have another page for the outlines, and this is just a database where I'm putting like important moments, I'm tagging important characters, and I'm giving myself like a little deadline for when I want that chapter or part to be finished. I also have a larger timeline below, so I can keep track of a calendar specifically for the story. So it starts in July, I think, of 1968 and goes until August of 1969. So when I do input those dates, I'll have like a little calendar so I can keep track of like when important things are happening. And then I also have a character relationships chart so I can keep track of how each character is relating to each other. And then I also have a list of tensions, which has been a huge like unlock for my writing whenever I'm working on any kind of story, no matter the length. Is just to make a list of all of the different things that are causing tension in the story, or the different characters that have tensions with each other, because once you do that, you can think about each one individually and then spend a little bit of extra time thinking about how that could complicate the story more. And you know, the more complicated a story is, the better it is. I also have a page just consolidating all of my weekly review pages, so each week on the month pages has like a review section for me to write out like what went well and what sucked this week, basically, and this is just a page to put all of them in one place. Then I have an ideas page where I'm just basically laying out content ideas for YouTube and Pinterest and TikTok, and then down at the bottom I also have like a writing ideas page. And then I also have a notes page, and this is actually where I have copy and pasted my notes from my phone, because I have 900 notes at all times. And then I also have a fridge and pantry inventory, so I just have a space to write out what the item is, and then I'll tag it with where it is living in my apartment when I move. And then I have the same thing for like beauty, personal care stuff. But on this one, the difference is that I also have a space for like my favorite brands that I use all the time, so then I can search like what products I have from a certain brand. And then I also have a little check mark to say like, okay, yes, you are out of mascara, you need more of this. And then I can just check that little box, and then that will filter into my weekly grocery list as well. And then I have a wish list page where I'm just putting in like things that I see on Instagram and I'm like, ooh, I want that. And then I can tag it with like what category it belongs to and how much it is and everything on this page. And that concludes the home page. But to take you through the monthly page, I have, they all look the same right now, but at the end of January I will refresh the February page to like swap out images and quotes and whatever, just so they're all like funky fresh for the new month, you know. But I have a database at the top that pulls in the yearly goals and then the things that need to be finished for January, and this is pulling directly from my 2023 goal breakdowns page. So I've got those there. I've got I got a nice quote here. I've got a nice moment that's gonna be me when I move back to Seattle. And then I have each of my weeks laid out right here, so I can click right in to a weekly page, and I'll just take you through the week real quick. So we have a space at the top to outline what the week's focus is, what the week's frogs are, and frogs is in reference to the saying that if you eat a frog first thing in the morning, it'll be like the hardest thing you do all day. And so I'm trying to get in the habit of doing my frogs on Monday, so then the rest of the week feels a lot better. And then I also have a space to lay out the things to look forward to. And then I have a page for my weekly grocery list, just to lay out like what I need. And then I have a tag for each store as well, so that when I'm ready to go specifically just to Trader Joe's, I can search through the Trader Joe's tag to see what I need to get at Trader Joe's. And then I have a weekly planning page where I have a database where I can just put in all of my to-do items for the week, and then I can tag them on the day that I want to do them. And then with that tag, I can then pull only things from that tag into the day of that week. So then when I go to sit down in the morning of a Monday, I have all of my to-do items for that Monday ready to go for me. Here is one of my weekly reviews. So I have a section to write out what went well, what I didn't get done this week, what I'll do differently next week, and what could have gone better this week. And then I have a section just for like free writing about like random things that happened or thoughts I had and stuff like that. So this habit tracker here is connected to the habit tracker that is on the daily pages and the monthly page. So if I check off a habit here, it will also update on the January 15th page and on the January like month page, which I'm obsessed with. And then I have a section for my meal plan, which you can view either as a table or as a gallery. And in here I have a sub item for each recipe, so I can put all of the ingredients attached to that recipe. And then I have a view of my 2023 finance tracker at the bottom of the week as well, so I can input like, this week I bought coffee on this day and this day or whatever. But it's not any different than the other view. It's just pulling directly from there. And then on the daily pages, I have a section at the top to lay out what I'm doing for my mind, body, and soul today. I have quick links to the weekly page and the monthly page. Here's that daily habit tracker that updates across the entire dashboard if I click it. And then I have my to-do list that is only filtering in tags that include Monday. I have a section for notes and ideas. I've got Mama Mount Rainier over here because we miss her and we can't wait to be back with her. And then I have another pull in of my 2023 finance database, so that on the day that I make a purchase, I can put it in. And then I also have my creative career tasks section to-do list, so that after I finish my normal work day, I have a place to put out a secondary to-do list for like little things that I want to do for YouTube or for writing or whatever. And then I have a section as well for content to publish. And then I have a little thing that says you've done what you can to be nice to myself. And then I have a quick link to the next day so that I can just hop in there to plan the next day before I log off for the evening. So here's this larger habit tracker for the entire month. And then I have a weekly habit tracker so I can just keep track of like the things I need to do on Sundays. And then I have a pull-in of the larger content calendar that is only filtering for content that I'm hoping to publish this month. Then I've got my important dates calendar, and I've got the pull-in of the finance tracker, and then I've got the meal plan that that was on the weekly page. And this is so that I can also kind of like lay out an entire month of meals. And then I just have one page here for my January review. So I need to fill out these. I wrote these out, but I haven't filled them in yet. But I'm going to keep track of like numbers up here. And then I have reflection questions below that. Yeah, that is my personal development plan for 2023 in Notion. I hope the first 11 days of 2023 have been fab for you, and I will see you next week with a new video, because I got that content calendar all laid out here, so I can just click in and see what I need to do for next week right now, because it's right there.